All right. Welcome in, everybody. Here chatting some week 5 fantasy football. Yash is going to join stream in a couple minutes here. We're just going to talk our way through the slate. Thursday night football was pretty successful. We talked about it on stream yesterday. Ended up making some money. Game was a lot more entertaining than we expected it to be, so that was a plus. Super happy about the way that panned out. And on stream yesterday, showed both of these slips here, and both ended up cashing for us. So that was sick. Dropped some other plays in the Discord too, and those both cashed as well. Completely free to join the Discord, by the way. Gonna drop the link in the chat right now for everyone. There's that Discord link. Make sure to join. Also, just absolutely insane. Had one of our members in the Discord cash out this slip right here that we helped him cook up during the game. Definitely got bailed out by overtime, but just awesome stuff. Seeing him cash out for 1,800. So super pumped about that. Shout out Joker. And yeah, that was pretty much it with our football takes from last night. Kendrick Bourne just went nuclear. Was definitely a little low on that. We were saying start Tonjes over Bourne. Tonjes got there as well, but Bourne was definitely a smash. So anyone that started him, shout out to you. We're gonna hop into some underdog drafts and just kind of continue talking our way through the slate. Like I said earlier, Yash is going to join stream in a couple minutes here. I'm sure he'll have some thoughts from the game last night. Yeah, we're just talking some ball. So we're going to hop in Battle Royale draft. The way these work is just the main Sunday slate for the weekend. 50K goes to first. These are all the payouts there. $7 entry. And it's just the 10 games from the 10 a.m. and 1 o'clock slate. So hopping in one of these now. We've been ripping these throughout the week, and I think there's definitely some interesting player takes that we've landed on. We've been drafting a bunch of Nico Collins. I just love his matchup this week against Baltimore. Think it's just a smash spot. So many people on the Baltimore defense are injured right now. I think it's really just going to be a get-right game for the Texans offense. I think they've been relatively underperforming. Major concern for them has obviously been the offensive line. And with the Ravens, that shouldn't really hurt them too much. The Ravens defensive line has been struggling to get pressure. So I think it could be a good game for Houston pass catchers. I think Christian Kirk is also an interesting scroll to get pretty unique in these. It sounds crazy, but his target share has been all right the last couple weeks. And if he finds his way into the end zone, no one's going to own him. We see we got the 101 here. Jonathan Taylor definitely going to be who we take. I like the way ADP is for the top 4. Anything after that doesn't necessarily feel great at the start, but I think the top 4 is all correct. We got a question from Slapski in the chat. 12-man redraft, half PPR, 2 flex. May, Genti, Dowdle, Egbuka, JSN, Jawan Johnson, Bourne, DeMercado, Caleb, Bijan, Bill, Toon, Golden, CD, IR spot. We got Yash in here. What up, Yash?
What's good, bro?
Just started ripping some battle royales, and we already got a question in chat.
What a game for Kendrick Bourne and Mac Jones.
I know, that's what I was talking about.
I love all the QB stuff right now about Mac Jones QB controversy, blah, 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 blah. What really makes me sad about the whole thing, I don't think there's a QB controversy. I think Brock Purdy has just proven he's been to the Super Bowl twice, bro. You can't coach that. But he's got the gene now. But what saddens me about it is I feel like it adds more weight to the system quarterback debate from a few years back.
Oh, for sure.
And I think it just proves it, and it makes me so sad. But then it makes me for all the recent bust QBs, it's how many of them were actually that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of It's kind of underrated. A lot of the time we just think like, oh, a player sucks, but we like fail to think about like the offensive line infrastructure, the scheme, the wide receivers they're given. There's a lot of like things that go into playing quarterback in the NFL. I'm not saying like people don't understand that, but I think sometimes we tend to overreact. Like I feel like it's not always.
You see Braylon Allen IR
Yep.
this morning.
Mm-hmm. I've been
And
trying to get
then
around to more
Bucky not
Brees.
playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was
I'm
thinking
glad.
about picking up Sean Tucker this morning in the Yahoo League, but with Chuba also out, I was like, Keyshawn Butte upside or Sean Tucker for one game. You know, like that was just my way of thinking. Maybe Sean Tucker for one game. It's probably going to be a Rashad White game.
Yeah. Even that spot, I think I'm not crazy about their matchup this week against Seattle. I've been wanting to get around to more like Seattle stuff though, like maybe getting some JSN. Some Sam Darnold maybe might be unique. Slapsky, I'm not sure what you're asking there, but
Are you asking for like moves? Because I was thinking about trading CD this morning. A trade, I don't know if I sent it out or if I just made it, but I was thinking about sending out CD for Quentin Johnston, Kenneth Walker, and Chris Olave. And what I sent out was Jahmyr Gibbs first to see if he was going to bite on that because I have JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, and Ollie Gordon as the throw-ins because I would have to drop players anyways. So I just gave him 2 upside handcuffs. That's a hot take, Adrian. But let me finish this thought. So I'm sending that out as like a feeler to see like how far off we are. You have a very similar team, low key, to how I'm looking in that league. But yeah, I'm definitely moving CD for like a stud, a guy who's producing at a high rate right now, but people think is just like fraudulent. Quentin Johnston. There's still like people who are like a little scared about him. Chris Olave is just a PPR scam. Like just put him in the flex because I need depth. And then Kenneth Walker, he'll get you 12 in the RB spot. So that's how I'm thinking about it because I'm 1-3 in that league. So something needs to change. Thoughts, Sam?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking about this whether I wanted to do Lions or do Waddle. But I pivoted to doing.
I was also thinking about buying Waddle with CD. I was thinking about doing Josh Jacobs and Jalen Waddle for CD Lamb. I don't know if that's too low on CD though.
Say that again.
Jalen Waddle and Josh Jacobs for CD Lamb. That's what I was thinking about this morning. I felt like it was fair value. It wasn't sent to me. I was thinking about sending it out. And
I don't know
would be going to Zach, who's the 4-0 team. The only 4-0 team.
He probably won't accept just because he's a Dolphins fan.
I threw in Ollie Gordon.
Dylan asked if he thinks the San Jose State game will be close. I think that should be a good game. It's New Mexico, San Jose State. Should be both teams. New Mexico's defense is awful, so I think San Jose State should be all right. There's some sneaky fun college football games tonight. Sent some slips for them in the Discord already.
I wouldn't drop Downs though, Adrian. I don't know. I wouldn't drop him yet.
He's definitely on like
the drop list.
Yeah.
Like if you see someone like Coker, I could definitely understand why. Like I've already dropped him in most leagues I have him in.
All right, this is the lineup. We got Goff, Taylor, Brees,
oh yeah, I remember
Nico, J-Mo, Laporta. We'll rip another one of these.
Oh, did you make that trade for Quentin John? You used to have McConkey, didn't you? Or am I tripping? Is that a different team?
He has McConkey on the bench.
Oh, he does? Yeah, he made that trade yesterday. What's good, Frizzy?
Happy Friday, Frizzy.
I don't know how we're doing. Rather have Sharp or 2 seconds in Dynasty. Ooh, that's a good. I'll let Anthony answer that as a Charbonnet owner who traded up in the draft with me to draft him, and I was very low on Charbonnet at the time.
What up, Cam? Send me some more details. Like, if it's just the 12 team, is this super flex? Because if it's super flex, I would take the 2 seconds for sure.
League format, yeah.
What up, Dustin?
Franklin over Josh Downs, I could see low-key Adrian. But, like, that's kind of like a lateral move. I don't know. Josh Downs definitely, like, I wouldn't hate you for moving off him. He'll probably stay on waivers for a couple of days.
Yeah. All right, we get 101 again. We're running hot. Let's hope JT makes that worth it. Dustin asked, pick 2 for flex, Dobbins, Pittman, Woody, DeMarcado, or Carter. For me, I'm going Woody and Pittman if he plays. If Pittman does not play, I'm going Woody and Dobbins.
Yep. I'm not taking DeMarcado or Carter. You're really just between Woody, Pittman, and Dobbins.
I think
who are the
Woody's
Broncos
the
playing?
biggest.
They're playing the Eagles, so I would probably put Dobbins third.
Yeah. I think Pittman will play. He tends to be one of those guys that plays through injuries, even if he's a little banged up. It doesn't seem like it's like super, super major. So he should be all right with.
Isn't Alec Pierce also out this week?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so it could be a spot for Josh Downs, Adrian. That's why I'm not like too happy about dropping him this specific week. Because you could, like you said, you could just flip him if he has a good game like you did with Cup.
Think about moving Sharp for Kyle Williams in a 2028 second. That just feels like a lateral move, to be honest.
I don't like buying Kyle Williams right now.
That's kind of where I'm at.
When I made my CMC trade in our 12-man dynasty, not super flex, the guy wanted Kyle Williams in a first, and I switched it to Jahjai Brooks because, I'm just a scammer. But no, I like holding Kyle Williams, but I don't like buying him. It's just like people are pricing him like a second-round pick, like they should, but like he doesn't play over Demario Douglas. It's like some ugly names he's playing behind right now, so it's hard to buy into that at the price he's at. If you're asking like a third round, give me that. But valuing him at a second right now, I wouldn't buy that, but I would love to hold at that value.
Best QB stream this week, Darnold, Dart, Geno. I'm probably going Darnold of those guys.
I was also going to say Darnold because I'm starting him in Superflex, and I was scrolling on TikTok today, and a random TikTok live guy had him ranked as like his second start QB. I was like, what are we doing? So some people are really high on Darnold this week, man. Some people think he's due. He's also playing good football. That too.
I think I'm going to chill on the Nico stuff. I've just been taking him in every team, so I need to get some more diversity with my builds. We're going to go JT, Genty, McBride.
Rashid, White, and Bucky.
Is that Rashad White or Rashid Shaheed and Rashad White?
I don't really think it matters.
Yeah, that's what. Not that it actually makes much of a difference.
Even if you added in Rashid Rice, it's like I wouldn't really hate losing him if it's for JSN. I love that for JSN, and your backup RBs are Hampton and Brees in the flex, so you'd be fine.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent price on a JSN. Back to the QB stream question. Yeah, I think Darnold for sure. I would rank them the order you sent them: Darnold, Dart, then Geno. I was just telling Yash a couple minutes ago that I want to get more around to taking Darnold in some of these like weekly fantasy stuff. Just because the Bucks are tough to run on, especially like up the middle. You got the Vita Vea effect. So I think it's going to be a lot of like, could be a good spot for Jason. Should see some man coverage. The Bucks also blitz a lot, so could see a play where Jason gets past the secondary.
Do you think the Giants game will be high scoring? The Giants game, do you think it's going to be high scoring?
No.
You don't think so? You don't think it's just going to be a Rattler versus Dart duel?
No, I told you I like the Giants defense.
I do too, but like, I don't know.
Mondo, what's up, dude?
Someone's going to put up points in that game, and I don't want it to be the Giants because they don't have neighbors. But I saw a TikTok about the Giants practice today, and they were all impersonating Cam Scatabo. So the team just loves Scatabo.
I
And
saw
was
that
like,
today too.
yeah,
Actually,
I was like, this is insane. So the team just loves scat about Tyrone Tracy questionable coming into the week. I don't know if that will impact Jackson Dart. I don't
I'm
know.
thinking if QJ's there, I'm thinking of going and getting QJ and Keenan, then building out Herbert.
Trust the Broncos defense or pick up the Giants defense. I mean, I just don't like dropping the Broncos defense. What's up, by the way, Mando? Good to see you. Because like, how many times are you going to feel comfortable about starting the Giants defense? I haven't seen their schedule, so I'm kind of talking about my butt. But like, the Broncos defense is like the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
With a solid offense behind it that can just chew clock with their run game.
Damn, there goes
If they want
QJ.
to.
So we
Like,
can't
you could
lose
really
QJ.
play the Broncos like a Madden team, bro. You can just get 2 touchdowns, chew clock with your great defense and J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey. You could really just play it like it's Madden. Like, I mean, especially with Sean Payton over there, I think the Broncos are very sneaky good team. Not really sneaky, just good.
Let's try this little fun Cardinals build. Let's just.
Therefore, I think their defense will be good. Like this week, I had to drop the Packers defense in my Yahoo league, and I really didn't want to, but I picked up the Texans defense.
Adrian asked, "What do we think of Kendre Miller?" I think he's a fine stash right now. I just wouldn't want to. Not someone I feel great about, unless there's an injury to Alvin Kamara or anything significantly changes.
I like
definitely
Andre
think
and
he's a good handcuff.
If you get him as a cheap little handcuff, I'd throw like a third. I think I would throw a third at Condre, see if they accept. But I could definitely see the Saints drafting a running back because, like, Condre's from like 2 coaching staffs ago, isn't he?
Mondo, I think if you can keep the Broncos defense, I do like the Giants more this week. But that being said, when I'm streaming a defense, I like to take defenses that are at home and favored to win. Just sometimes you just got to think simply with picking a defense, and the Giants are neither of those things right now. And while I do say I like their defense and like their matchup, stuff might get weird. They're going to the Superdome. Saints are winless.
Dude, I want the Saints to win so bad. I'm like a weird Saints fan. My Niners are my team. Like I have so much like Patrick Willis memorabilia from when I was a child. I have such like a great childhood story with Patrick Willis. But like I love the Saints right now. And I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
They're my Detroit Lions. I don't know why. It's just I might as well just move to NOLA, bro. To Louisiana.
That's funny. Ezekiel said Jaden Blue or Io Manor.
Io
Manor for sure.
I think Javonte looks good. I don't like the Jadon Blue narrative anymore. It's just
Josh is low on Jadon Blue ahead of the season, but Miles Sanders is out.
This is true. That's a good take.
Cam said y'all got Madden? Yeah, I do.
I do not. I haven't played Madden since like Madden 23 or 24.
Been trying to get my mutt nice, but I don't know. I got this like Legends LT card. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun to play with him. We've been playing Mutt Squads a bit. I got a franchise going if you want to join. Hell yeah. I'm in, Cam. Just text me, bro.
Thoughts on the rookie?
Text me the details.
Mando, did you hear about Mason Taylor through us a couple of days ago?
I'm going Mason Taylor.
Let me see how Evan Ingram's been trending.
Can you look at Mason?
I like Mason Taylor.
Can you look at Mason Taylor's latest injury update? Like,
he has one.
Play?
Let me check on Fleet.
He's been questionable, but it seems like he's gonna play.
Let me see if there's anything on here real quick. 24 hours ago, just his limited listing. I don't think they've practiced yet.
Josh, I gotta go 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold it down.
I'll hold down the chat. But Mason Taylor doesn't have a new injury update. He's probably going to be questionable. But I like Mason Taylor. We were talking about Mason Taylor for like a couple of streams. We like him as like a sneaky tight end. We think he's probably going to be like the second best pass catcher in that offense. And Evan Ingram has not been playing good. Let me double check this before I start talking out my butt. That's why we got Aaron around, so make sure I'm not too crazy. Coming off 7 targets though. I'll check snap shares for you and target shares, but just based off matchup, I think the Eagles are scary. That said, if the Eagles are so scary, I could see them leaning on the pass game to catch up to the Eagles. The Eagles get an early lead. So let me look into that a little more and get you a better take, Mando, okay? Let me go see what Ezekiel trade Dobbins for Addison. Whoo. What's your record? Flex, Slayton, or Charb? Slayton. And just like disappeared, bruh. He'll be back.
I'm back.
Dude, we're getting these two from Ezekiel are the first one is interesting. Dobbins for Addison. I'm leaning Addison because upside case, but I made that take in my head without realizing like the quarterback situation that I don't like in Minnesota. So it's like, but also Dobbins is losing his job. It's not going to get any bigger. His cap is like at a 16 point like week, honestly, like 16, 20 point week is his ceiling.
Yeah, it's a floor play or a ceiling play. That's kind of how I'd view it. Addison is definitely like Addison's going to have weeks where he scores like 4 points in your lineup and you're going to hate starting him. But then he's going to have weeks where he catches a long touchdown and you feel great.
Would you trade Dobbins for T. Higgins? Like, I feel like I kind of view the Bengals pieces and the Vikings pieces somewhat similarly, aside from running back and tight end. I think the Vikings pieces are a little more premium, obviously, just because they're a little more steady.
I think it's
like whenever like I think about trades like this, I just think about like, would I do it for T. Higgins?
I think the Vikings are going to get better too offensively. Like once their lines start getting healthier. I mean, they've had tough matchups. They've been out of the country. This will be their second straight out of the country game, and they've had so many injuries on the O line. Like they were on their backup center. They're on a backup left tackle.
It's their bye week.
They're on a backup right guard last game too. Like they've been getting banged up on the line. I don't know when their bye week is. And I think JJ will be okay. I know that's might be a hot take at this
week
point.
6. JJ might come back, be fine.
So next week
gets a little rest.
Yeah, they need that. That's a good bye week.
So I don't hate it. I don't hate buying Addison right now, especially if you're only paying Dobbins. Like it's not like I think Dobbins is like a premium piece. If it's like a RB hungry league, maybe you can get more, but I don't hate the trade.
I'm with you.
I was getting more info on this Mason Taylor, Evan Ingram take, but right now I'm leaning Taylor because I think it's going to be a more secure floor play. But I can tell myself the story that it is the Broncos behind the Eagles and they have to pass. And the Eagles do have good corners. This is true.
Slayton or Charbonnet? I'm going Slayton, actually.
Me too.
Like what we talked about with the Bucks, they're really hard to run up the middle on. The Vita Vea effect, they got good linebackers too. That's what Charbonnet does. He'll catch passes too, but I don't see him like falling his way into the end zone this week, and that's like really what you're looking for if you're starting Charbonnet. You just want him to get a couple goal line touches and fall his way into that end zone. But I don't know if I see that happening this week. And with Slayton, I am a little bullish on him. I mean, we saw last year when Neighbors went down, they just kind of plugged and played Darius Slayton into that Malik Neighbors role. You look at his game splits with no Neighbors last year, and he was doing pretty well. Just go ahead and look at those. Yeah, so I would go Slayton. Maybe I should be getting to some Slayton in these drafts.
I don't think Slayton gonna have a better game. I don't think he's gonna have a Kendrick Bourne game. If that's the narrative, I think Wandale is more due for that. But I just don't like the pass game in New York.
Well, this format for one is Slayton is better than for Wandale.
Yeah.
Like I think Slayton's more likely to score.
Let me check one more thing.
It's a 4-team league, so I'm always on the lookout for those hidden gems, especially because my tight ends week I drafted Njoku over Tyler Warren. Tough. Dropped in him for Everett Ingram and picked up Mason Taylor. Yeah, Mason Taylor's a W, bro. Me and Yash were talking about it, but there's a very clear path to be the number 2 target getter in New York. His snap count's been trending up. His target share has been trending up.
Right now he's at 16%.
The season.
Dude, Garrett Wilson's at 36, and then it's Brees at 18 and him at 16.
Yeah, and I think we can expect now that Brees
and Evan Ingram's like not even out snapping Adam Troutman yet. I mean, first game back from a light injury, I get, but I mean he hasn't all season.
Have I entered the double reverse yet? No, I have not. I'll check it out after this one. I haven't seen that yet.
Gibbs and Kamara for Bucky and Nico. Full PPR.
Give away Gibbs and Kamara for Bucky and Nico. I would probably lean no. What do you think? That's a close trade.
You're valuing Gibbs that much? I think I might be too low on Kamara then.
I like Gibbs. Let's go Waddle here.
Because I was thinking that the downgrade from Gibbs to Bucky is not like terrible. You're going from like what, the RB 1 to 4 to like the RB 9 to 15.
Yeah.
And then you're upgrading from the RB 16 to 24 to the receiver 12 to 24. And I think having a premium receiver is kind of nice this year. I don't think there's a lot of like study receivers this year that like feel nice aside from like Puka and CD. And
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't like the premium receivers too much this year.
I think I would lean. That's a hard one, man. Because I never feel good about trading away Gibbs. I do think Bucky and Collins are the second and third best assets for sure. It's just a process question. It's, do you like the elite asset or do you like get in the depth? Can you send what your team's looking like?
Which one are you looking at still? The Gibbs one, right? The Super NBC.
Yeah.
And then we already did Slayton or Sharp. We did Slayton. Just upside take. Sharp's just stuck in that. Complimentary will roll for team league. Team league. So I'm always on the lookout for those hidden gems. I think it's your bench, bro.
Waller playing this week, by the way. They officially.
I like Jalen Coker, low key. Then if you're in a 14-man, it's not horrible. Jalen Coker will probably take like Hunter Renfro's spot and the hole that Adam Thielen left. Or isn't Xavier Legette coming back this week?
I mean, I don't really care. Jalen Coker's coming back. Is that what you mean? Or Legette? Or do you mean?
No, I'm just like curious how the Panthers receiving core will line up when Coker, Legette, and everyone is healthy.
I think Coker will be over Legette for sure.
That's so crazy to think about. You know what's crazy about that? There's a YouTube channel, Fantasy Stock Exchange. 3 years ago, they had a receivers rankings list pre-draft or like pre-whatever. And I watched it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, like we changed our model to like predict the next Puka." And according to our model, it's Jalen Coker. And I got a couple of shares of Jalen Coker off that. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but I picked up Jalen Coker when he was on the practice squad, and it just ended up working out for him.
Yeah, he looked good when he got playing time.
It was actually insane, but I haven't seen their videos hit like that since. But it was like actually an insane call. I was like, that's wild.
All right, help me out with quarterback. What scroll down QB? Stroud or Tua?
What? What is that options you're giving me?
Or naked dart?
Maybe
Or
Stroud. Big bounce back spot for Stroud.
because I took Waddle and Waller though. I already did the double stack.
So what you want to go to? You're inclined to go to a passing game menace.
Yeah,
No
because if I'm taking Waddle and Waller, I'm assuming they both have really good games. They're not both having good games without Tua having a great game too.
Yeah, then just do it for this team.
Because this is battle royale, so it's a little different from the ones I've been doing. Like this one is like you need like it's a lot higher, a lot more entries. It's higher comp.
I feel like a lot of people are going to be on that sneaky Dolphins wave this week, though.
Yeah, I ripped some drafts last night, and I took a Christian Kirk share.
Okay, Frizzy. Let's not trade Jamar Chase for Kendrick Bourne. Unsend that trade right now. Right now. I would love that trade if I don't know, Juwan Jennings wasn't coming back, Ricky Pearsall wasn't coming back, George Kittle wasn't like if literally everyone wasn't coming back.
Ooh, this double reverse.
But I've always liked Kendrick Bourne. I remember watching Kendrick Bourne in the Super Bowl. I think he had a pretty good game for the Niners. If I'm like a ball knower, I'm pretty sure he was on the Niners when they went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, this tournament's fun. Do you see this one, Yosh?
Or it might have been Juwan Jennings by then. Only 5 people win. Is that what I'm seeing?
You get two $2 entries. And
I like it.
Let's do it. But this one, we got to shoot for some unique ceiling. So am I going to build out my Christian Kirk build in this one?
You might have to.
Yeah, we've been talking about Houston. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm in it right now. Let's run it. Don't take Christian Kirk from me, though, bro.
Yeah, bro. He going to snipe you. Jadon Bluden's not going to feed families.
All right. Super C said he's given some more context on that question. He has Lamar, Gibbs, Cook, Flowers, Tet, Egbuka, Kamara, Ferguson, Rashad White, Herbert, Bond.
Okay, what are we doing?
He would be getting Bucky. Okay, so if you have Rashad White, that makes me feel better about getting Bucky too. So you got the handcuff. Remind me the exact trade. It's Bucky and Nico for Gibbs and Kamara, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you want to win the chip, you gotta get a premium receiver. I see your way of thinking. Like you already got the RB1 in like 2, but like that's good and all. And like the QB1 and a tight end 3.
I like pivoting off Kamara. I like grabbing Nico. I think Nico too is just. I mean, you guys have been seeing. I've been
He's a riser.
Every single one of these drafts. Like I think he's going to really smash this week against the Ravens.
I'm still standing on my take that I think Diggs is going to be a riser. Maybe he's not going to be, a top 24 receiver in the league. But I think Stephon Diggs got top 32 receiver in fantasy upside. That's all I'm saying. And he was not drafted there.
I am starting Steph Diggs in a spot this week.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm telling myself the revenge game narrative against the Bills. He's going to be hungry.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Bro got like a revenge game against like half the teams in the league. two teams.
Lamar officially out week 5, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Rip Zay Flowers. Or honestly, might be a good
Rip
spot.
the Ravens, dude. That is rough.
Rough start.
They're so injured. You look at their injury report too. Their entire defense is also injured. That's why
Coker's nice, bro. Coker's nice, Frizzy. I like Coker. A little route runner.
Hey, Kevin's at 106.
Stashed it. Are you talking Malik as in Malik Washington or Malik Heath? The Packers. Am I too deep? Am I too lost?
Definitely Malik Washington.
I don't know, bro. It's Frizzy. Frizzy be thinking outside the box sometimes, bro. Surprised he didn't have Dontavian Wicks stashed.
He probably had him stashed last year.
Malik Washington. Okay. Can't wait to yeah. Malik Washington probably will get you a sell high week. If he like doesn't get the points, if he gets the targets, you can sell him.
Did you see the video of Mike McDaniel walking like Malik Washington's like stretching out, getting ready for practice, and Mike McDaniel's like walking next to him, talking his ear off?
Oh, here we go.
He's trending up.
Of course, I drafted him and dropped him in our Yahoo league. I hate everything about that league. I hate that league so much. I just open it and get sad.
Frizzle, I drafted Wicks last year and everyone laughed at me. I knew it. I knew you were in on them last year because I was too.
Never wrong, just early.
Yep. Facts. Dude, that statement has come so to fruition this year. It's crazy. Crazy.
Jason's the craziest example of that. That's why, like, with Tet, like, I love the Tet takes, but like, I don't understand how we can sit here and have these Tet takes, like, oh my god, the volume, 13 targets, and then I say the same thing about Olave, and we're like, oh, don't talk crazy now, and then we're projecting Tet for a top 24 receiver finish. I think that's outlandish, personally. I think that's a little too biased towards Tet being cool rookie upside guy. I feel like it's already priced in. And that's why I didn't like where he's drafted, because people just assume him to live up to those expectations already.
Get out of here, Miles. You can leave my stream if you're gonna comment some propaganda like that this week.
The Wakes round 3 is apparently funny. It's a little bit funny.
Nah, bro.
I think he picked up in our Yahoo league. I think he's a decent start.
Look at the way this draft started.
Give me Wicks over Golden. Like, see, that's the other thing, like, too, like, that's what pisses me off about, like, football. Like, you'll watch, like, Kendrick Bourne drop 150 yards, and you're like, if they wanted to do that with Luther Burden and Matthew Golden, like, they're doing it with Dontavian Wicks and Romeo Dobbs, bro. Like, if they wanted Golden to play, like Miles, am I crazy as a Packers fan? Can you give me some insight, Miles, if you're still here? Like, I don't know. I love, like, assuming rookies will, like, boom, which is why I love rookies like Emeka Egbuka, who go in, like, the 6th round and then blow up to be a guy who, like, is worth, like, a 3rd or 2nd round pick. But it's like, how can you blow up from being a 4th round pick in Tet McMillan? Like, you blowing up is just you being worth your draft capital at that point, you know? Like, it's not really a buy low if people already priced it in that it's, oh my God, it's Tet. Who are we thinking here? Jay Fields, Wilson. Don't hate it. 36% target share for Garrett Wilson. I think he's a buy low. Could be in for a Puka imitation rest of the season.
I'm going Fields.
I like drafting the rookies probably in the 6th round to 12th round range in terms of, like, if I'm looking at, like, the underdog stuff. Because, like, that's where you get your Abukas, your Tyler Warrens, your just, like, and then even if they bust, it's like, what do they bust to? Like, the receiver 42. Like, cool. At least I took him in the, like, 10th round.
My counter to this argument, though, is that Jamar Chase was a 4th round pick his rookie year, and he ended up being, like, the 101 that year value-wise.
Yeah. And
that's,
like,
if you're not taking, like, those profiles, That's how you miss on Chase. That's how you
This
miss
is
on
true.
Malik Neighbors. That's how you miss on Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas
But
was
then
like,
people just get too crazy with it. Like last year was way too crazy with it. The Marv stuff.
yeah,
Neighbors
but I
was
mean,
low key priced in, all
Neighbors
right.
was like a third
But
round
that was
pick.
like him being like a dog, bro.
And then, but BTJ was a smash. BTJ was 4th round last year, and he was
No, he was like
who
fifth.
won people tournaments.
I think he rose from like 7th to like early 5, late 4.
Yeah, he rose a lot. Like,
But that was like
post-draft.
after like people like just figured it out. Like
There was a
you'll
point-
find like Amika Ibuka was a riser this year. He rose from like the 9th round to like the 5th round.
Yeah,
Like
There
I
was
like
a-
taking players like that. I don't like taking Tets anymore or like Marvs or even Neighbors. Like I don't could have taken Nico Collins next to Malik Neighbors last year, I think.
I get that stance, and I agree that there's definitely a lot of risk. But I think that when you hit on those guys, like they matter so much. Like you need to be hitting on those players. Like I don't feel comfortable having like 0 of any of those guys. Like I still want to mix in a couple shares.
Woody and Travion for Tet. My receivers is CD Drake. Didn't you just trade away Tet like yesterday? Aren't you like constantly and you're talking all this raw about Tet? I think Woody and Travion is probably too much for him. As much as I don't like him, I still think that might be a bit much.
Javante or Woody Marks?
Javante. Trying to get him back. I couldn't sleep. Frizzle, I'm glad someone's enjoying fantasy football. I still think Woody and Travion's too much. CD, Drake, Slayton, Keon, J-Mo, Malik.
Oh, Pittman's playing. He's locked in, by the way.
Oh, they just updated.
Pittman's pretty cheap in these.
Pittman's pretty cheap in general.
Jake Ferg or yeah, we're gonna go Jake Ferg. All right, we need to get somewhat unique
I'm gonna
for the
send that.
last wide receiver pick.
Here's the thing, though. If I can just thug out this week and get CD back, I could trade like George Pickens and T. Higgins
Yeah.
and go get someone or two people
Oh,
and go get a Chris Olave and a Quentin Johnston. Would you do that? Quentin Johnston and Chris Olave for T. Higgins and George Pickens. How do you sell T. Higgins these days? How do you get off of T. Higgins?
You don't. You hold and hope it gets better.
I've never liked T. Higgins ever. Every year T. Higgins goes in the second round, I'm like, why is T. Higgins going to the second round? And everyone's like, oh, the frame, the catch frame, the catch radius. He's a freak. Joe Burrow. And every year one of them gets injured. It's either Joe Burrow or T. Higgins. Or like T. Higgins has a good game, but Jamar Chase just drops 50. Can't do anything about that. Like I'm so happy I don't own him like more than I do.
T's explosion weeks are insane though. Like
Yeah,
T will give you
yeah.
some weeks where he just
They
goes
happen
nuts.
like 2 or 3 times a year.
Kevin built the little Arizona stack.
Mando, give me QJ for sure. I think is a lock.
QJ, wow. Am I really going to tell you to bench Justin Jefferson? That feels insane. I don't know if you can do that. No matter how good the matchups look.
That's like the Jamar Chase thing. You know, it's just like individual talent over situation sometimes just prevails. And
Yosh.
you just can't.
I need your help with this pick. Do I scroll down to with one of my favorite scrolls? Is that getting too cute? Do I take just one of these guys that I think could smash? Or do I just take Tet?
You could take Tet, or you could take there was a guy I just saw that I saw 30 points just in my head next to his name. Chris Godwin. I could see just dropping 30 on Tariq. I'm not even joking. On Tariq Woolen. He probably won't have the number 1 corner. He'll probably have some bone.
Build.
I know, but for later, that's like a scroll down name I might like. Take Tet.
Yeah, take Tet with
Bad
this one.
defense.
This team's chalky, but like could just be the guys you need.
What are you thinking, Mando? You can't bench JJ just because individual talent too much. I think QJ is like the stud start, though. Let me double check who the Chargers are playing. I just forget.
I might go JJ over Pickens.
Really?
Maybe.
I mean, yeah.
I know Pickens just smashed, but yeah, that's what I'm worried about is the Sauce shadow. And I don't know. What do we know about George Pickens is that he's good for doing that shit where he'll go drop 30 and then
they're playing Cleveland too, though, and we already had our take about how we feel about the Cleveland matchup.
I know. It's
Don't
not
love
great.
it.
All right, I'm going to do my other double reverse now.
Don't love the JJ situation or matchup. Pickens is like kind of just we don't like the matchup against Sauce, Worthy, and QJ. Worthy looks like he's on the rise. QJ, let's just hope he's doing what he's doing.
Who the Chiefs play again this week?
Pickens or Jefferson, I would just pick between them by asking yourself, who would you feel less disgusted seeing score 20 on your bench? Because I would feel a little less disgusted seeing George Pickens with 20.
I agree.
But I can easily see this Dak. I mean, Dak's playing really good.
Yeah, Dak has been balling.
Like, I saw some of like the clips from when he was playing against the Packers. It was kind of insane.
Did the Steelers play the Jets at all? Like when Pickens was over there? Has Pickens matched up against Sauce? I'd be interested to see how he performed there.
Let me check. I like Flea Flicker for pulling up stats, low key. It's very easy.
It's quick.
Yeah, he played the Jets last year, got 111 yards off of 9 targets and 5 receptions and a touchdown for 22 points. And then, is there another time? So, yeah, we only have last year to go off of. In 2022, he dropped 100 yards off of 8 targets. And does he just hate Sauce? What have I seen here? I mean, no. DK had the number 1 guy on him, right? Wait.
What? DK wasn't there. Pickens, it was just him.
Who did Pickens play with in 2022? Deontay Johnson?
Yeah, Sauce was probably on Pickens.
Who did Pickens play with?
Fuck, dude. Bench Justin Jefferson. Feels insane, but I think you got to do it.
Is this like should we check George Pickens' receiving line right now? Is it at 100 yards, bro? Can we just get the clicker up to 100 yards? Is that like crazy dollar bet to throw down? Just to see it cash green?
Let me pull up their lines. I'm in the draft, so I don't want to do
Drop T. Higgins, and whoever picks it up, that's the person you target for trade and take advantage. I like it. Super sneaky bias, JCM. He low-key a beast.
Pickens is at 73.5 receiving yards. 5.5
Jesus Christ.
13.3 fantasy points projection. Justin Jefferson is projected 12.25. So we're not that crazy. And Worthy is projected, I guess Worthy's the lowest projected.
Who was the first Bowers one? For Garrett Wilson, Hall, and Warren. Ooh.
So Pickens is actually the most highly projected one. So maybe don't bench Pickens.
Yeah, I like that trade, LeBron's, personally, because I'm seeing the downgrade from CD to Garrett Wilson is not as bad as people think, especially with the target share Garrett Wilson has. He's just like what I don't know, volume, like just beast. He's a volume beast right now. And Warren to Bowers, Conversations can be had. I'm not going to have that conversation right now. But all I'm saying is it's not that bad. Like, I don't think Bowers is having the season he had last year, and it's more of a Geno problem, not a Bowers problem.
Hot take, I might like Tyler Warren over Brock Bowers the rest of the season.
He said it, not me.
And that's coming from a Raiders fan, by the way.
And then you're basically getting Hall for free. And Hall is like a riser with Braylon Allen gone. Like, yeah, CD is going to drop you 20-plus fantasy points a week. But, like, if CD drops 22 and Garrett Wilson drops 18 and Hall drops 15 and Warren drops 16, am I really that mad about it? No.
Yeah, I think you do that, bro.
Especially if I'm 1-3. That's like the type of trade I'm thinking about doing right now. And you just got like way more value. I could low-key do that trade in our league. Why does everyone with CD have like the same exact team as me in that league? I hate my 1-3. Bengals, Cowboys stacked. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, let's talk about that Bowers or Warren thing. That's interesting to think about. With Bowers, my concerns are,
I think
first
Bowers
of all,
is a
just
sell.
the Raiders offense, Geno. Second of all, him playing through injury, like, sure, you can still start him and it's better, like, you feel better about that than him missing time. But, like, do you guys really think that's the best thing for him right now, like, for fantasy production? Like, he's still playing, but he looks limited.
They got
He
Michael
doesn't-
Meyer out there too,
Doesn't
bro.
have a
They got
same
Jacoby.
explosion. Like,
They got Trey.
I feel like I would almost rather have him just sit out a couple weeks, get fully healthy, and come back and look like Brock Bowers, because he just hasn't looked like himself the last couple weeks. I don't know. It's food for thought for sure.
I like that trade for you, though. I think it's either a lateral move or an upgrade. From Bowers to Warren. Garrett Wilson is a slight downgrade from CD. Same tier, probably, maybe a tier down. And Breece Hall is basically free. And I love that for Breece Hall. I would love to have a Breece Hall on my team right now.
Yeah, Breece feels great rest of the season.
Yeah, honestly, you got to figure most of the people who had the 1 or 2 pick or both probably are like the worst records this year. Because you got to think they won CD or Jamar off rip. And then they probably tried to stack with T and George Pickens. Probably didn't want to get Javonte.
Oh my God. That
Probably
guy
got Chase Brown too. And Joe Burrow.
I got sniped so hard right there, dude.
Those teams are probably going through it. I know I am. My one early pick team, and I just hate it. I think both of my teams I had an early pick are both of my worst teams. I'm just not an early pick guy.
I'm really trying to pivot here because that just completely caught me off guard. I thought I was going to be able to build this out how I wanted, no problem.
I almost got JSN to add to my Jamar Chase and JJ lineup, but he realized JSN was his best player. So close. Yeah, you can't really win them all. You know what? Let's go try to sell Jamar Chase on my Yahoo League. I'll tell you guys this team, this monster of a team. You know what's crazy? Like, I remember the draft ended, and then Kyle goes, "Oh, it's so hard drafting next to Yashin, though, bro. Like, such a tough spot." You know, Kyle's team is just like clearing mine right now.
It's goated.
And I'm just like, dude. All right, so guys, we got CJ Stroud starting right now. Normally it's Caleb, T. Higgins, George Pickens, Trey Tucker, Jerry Jeudy, Kendrick Bourne. And then at running back, we have Travion Henderson, Rico Dowdle, Bill Crosby, Ollie Gordon, Michael Carter, Tyrone Tracy Jr. And then we have CeeDee Lamb and Jaden Reed on IR. So with this build we have here, we are definitely looking to sell CD for depth. Okay. We definitely need someone secure at running back who can give us like 10 points a week. Like, do we really like betting on Travion Henderson to maybe get there and streaming a random running back every week? No, we don't like that. I also should be 2-2. So this week I'm projected to win so far. Yeah. Book the trip to Cancun, buddy. Which I should be 2-2. I lost by 0.04 points this year, guys. It was so horrible. I lost to his mom actually by 0.04 points. It was horrible. I was like,
true story.
But if I win this week, I go to what? 2-3. I'll probably be like the 7th seed. We can maybe sell George Pickens and T. Higgins instead. But I don't know. I don't know if it's just the safer choice to sell CD this week. So, because if I don't win, I feel like I'm cooked. The playoffs are no longer in the picture, you know? And
Mason Taylor or Brock Bowers this week. Brock Bowers might miss.
Michael Mayer.
Michael Mayer is also out. He has a concussion.
What? Dude, does Michael Mayer even play football, bro? Why did I draft him in Dynasty? Oh my goodness. So many questionable second round picks.
We'll rip one more and then probably end stream. If you guys have any other last minute questions, ask them now. Make sure to like the stream if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. Join our Discord, which is 100% free to join. I'm going to drop that link in the chat for y'all. Join it. We have an open chat all the time. And I send all my pick'em slips that I lock in. And we're just trying to really build that community out. So just make sure to join that. 1 second.
I think Nick Westbrook is a sneaky buy. The narrative I've heard against him is like, oh, like he's big blocking guy, best blocker. He's always like been known for his blocking. But isn't that the whole narrative we gave for why Josh Downs isn't playing and producing right now and why Alec Pierce is on the field over him? Yeah. So I feel like since our process for why Adonai Mitchell was low-key, he was a smash. If he didn't like fumble, that was like probably a 12-point play. He would have gotten you there last week. The process was definitely there with Adonai Mitchell playing over Josh Downs last week. With that said, I mean, we do have the whole like Malik Washington, Tyreek comparison thing, the whole Mike McDaniels talking to him on the sidelines, like talking his ear off this morning during practice thing. But like, if you got a free roster spot, bro, go zig when everyone zags. Like, I'm on it, bro. Like Nick Westbrook, had like 13 touchdowns in 8 games or whatever it was last year on the Titans. Like, he's a red zone target. They could run 2 receiver sets: Jalen Waddle, Nick Westbrook, and they have Devon Achane, who is a top running back in the league. So I could see a narrative where Nick is not bad. I like Isaiah Bond already gone, boy. he already been picked up. He's already gone. I hope Jerry Jeudy breaks out. I have Jerry Jeudy.
All right, I changed the description for the video to add the Discord link. So y'all go ahead and join the Discord. Free to join.
Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Rattler, Trevor Lawrence.
Sam Darnold.
I was gonna say Sam Darnold or Trevor Lawrence. But I think I might just like the name of people Trevor Lawrence, and I'm being blinded by
it. Trevor's matchup isn't amazing.
Yeah, some people think Sam's going to smash this week.
I like Sam. I think I prefer Sam to Trevor rest of season too, not even just for this week.
That's not a bad take. Sam Darnold's just like one of those guys, you know.
Trevor's pass volume also trended down last week. And he was like super inefficient the couple weeks leading up to that. And then last week they just decided to run the ball more and it worked. They went and beat the Niners on the road. So I think that might be the approach they were trying to take with their offense. They might try to run the ball a little more because of them having success doing that. And so if that trend continues, I'm definitely on the Darnold side. And Darnold just looked good. I was
man.
definitely wrong about the Darnold thing. I thought Seattle's line was going to be a lot worse than they've been, and that hasn't been super, super impactful. So go get
Are people
Darnold.
starting Stafford week to week?
No, Stafford's on people's bench, I feel like, a lot of the time. I have Stafford in a league, and I had him on my bench.
Because I kind of view him like the same. I almost feel like Sam Darnold is like Target brand. Stafford and Geno Smith is just used Stafford. Just no rushing upside. Just gonna pass the ball a lot to get you there, and you just gotta pray for passing touchdowns and not rushing touchdowns when they have a good running back.
Yeah.
And then they have two great receivers. Tua versus Carolina.
See it.
I don't like the whole Tua CTE narrative being pushed in the media a lot right now. It's kind of annoying. Like every interview I see with him, it's just like something stupid. And it's like, oh my God, Tua has CTE. And I'm just like, bro, can we? I'm like, is this going to be like all season? Like, just annoying. I hope the Dolphins turn it around. And I hope Tua looks great so he just shuts everyone up. I'm not even a Fins fan. It's just annoying.
Josh, what do you think about a Dalton Schultz scroll down pick?
Why are we thinking that? What is making us think this?
Just our Houston Baltimore matchup, and we've been playing it through Nico so much. We took a Kirk share. Should we try playing it through Schultz one? No one's gonna have him.
Yeah, he has 18% team target share.
I know.
It's kind of crazy.
All right, I think I'll play
not?
tight end through Schultz. Who do we want to play this through for a wide receiver 2? Should we do maybe JMO? Waddle, Tet? I like all three. QJ too. I like Pittman as well, and he's going undrafted in a lot of these. Pittman could be a nice little play, to be
I like
honest.
Pittman. I think he had a bad week last week, right?
Yeah, let's get Pittman. He's
feel like
active
Pittman's
too.
Also a touchdown dog.
Should we go Daniel Jones Pittman then maybe? And then
Why not?
we can maybe take a different tight end. Let's think a little more about this Dalton Schultz thing. Who else would be a solid pick with this build?
Dallas Goedert, if you want, with this build.
I don't really love Goddard this week. He's cleared, but I just don't think he's going to run this hot. He's not going to fall into the end zone twice again, I don't think.
I mean, you could just assume you're wrong about Brock Bowers.
I took him on the last team. Yeah.
How y'all feel about Kyle Pitts? I don't think the Kyle Pitts, 14 point per game Kelsey stuff will ever happen. But
he had a great week last week, like under the radar.
I like him.
think he went
I like him where you drafted him.
A tud, right?
I think if you drafted Kyle Pitts, I think you're happy with what he's doing for your team.
I agree. He was
like a last pick, bro. He was like your fourth to last pick.
Yeah, at some point you just got to buy the dip.
So I like him. Would I trade for him? No, I don't think I would particularly want anyone from the Falcons right now, aside from Bijan, which is probably a hottish take. Not the hottest I've ever made, probably. I don't know. It's just like something. It just like some teams, like I look at them and they just make me feel weird. Like it's just like something about them. It's like, is it the franchise? Is it the quarterback? Is it the players? Is it the coaching? Why can they never get it done? That's how I feel about the Falcons. That's how I feel about the Giants. That's how I feel about kind of the Jets at times. Beginning of the season, they always just give you false hope, I feel like, and then they just fall apart. But there's just like teams that like the Raiders like always make me feel like that sometimes. I'm just like, why?
Me too.
But that's just how I feel about Kyle Pitts. Like teams like that, I don't really love buying players from. And
I'd
then
probably
last-
have Pitts over Strange. Fannin and Mason. I'd probably have Fannin over him.
probably go
Mason
Fannin,
is
Pitts,
the
Mason,
toss-up.
Strange.
Yeah, I could get behind that. I think I'm gonna go Waller.
I think Mason and Strange are basically lateral. I think they're going to do the same stuff.
Yeah.
Just a lot of targets, maybe a touchdown.
Do you want to
Maybe.
rip a pick'em slip before we get out of here?
Yeah, we can
Should
make
we
a
do
slip.
a touchdown one, or should we do a serious one? I sent Cam Scatabo. Here, I'll just show you guys the slip I sent to the Discord last night. I like all these guys to score this week. I played these guys and sent that to the Discord. You can get them all three to score a touchdown for a nice 4.5x payout on Underdog right now. And then if you want to even play it safer, you could take out Scatabo and just run these two for double your money. And I think that's a smash.
We're about to wrap it up. Whatchamacallit? As for this trade, Smitty, I am not used to defensive leagues, but someone in your league wants DK because they lost CD Neighbors and Hill. There's 2 QB flex league. Is DK, Dylan Gabriel, and Rashad White. The way I'm just looking at it is Dylan Gabriel might not even play the whole season. He might play 5 games, Maybe it's just, Joe Flacco plays 5, Dylan Gabriel plays 5, Kenny Pickett plays 5, and Shadur ends the season. I don't know what the hell they're doing in Cleveland. They all suck. Is the franchise even is Dylan Gabriel gonna be better than Matthew Stafford? No. Is Rashad White gonna be anything outside of this week? No. Is DK a premium asset in the Superflex league that's gonna outscore Matthew Stafford? No. Is Fred Warner probably good in this format? Yeah. So I'm siding with Matthew Stafford and Fred Warner over those players. Kind of heavily. Not even fully understanding the defensive format, but just in terms of super flex.
All right, I got a sneaky first leg for the parlay for this really boosted payout. Justin Fields over 24.5 longest rush. I like this because Dallas has been allowing quarterbacks to hit their longest rush. And Fields has actually gone over that 25 longest rush in 2 of his 3 starts this year. And getting that for a 1.67x is a really nice payout for that. That's the first leg.
God, bro, I already forgot who I said was going to get 100 yards when we started this stream.
Is it Pickens?
It was Pickens.
We can play 90 yards. Or we could play 100. You want to play 100?
I don't know
Or should
about
we
it.
play touchdown?
It's not even that much more of a multiplier for how much more risk you're taking on.
Yeah. Let's look at some different guys.
With Bowers, Meyer questionable out. You think Raiders, Genty lower?
What about JT to go for 100? We can even put him up to 120.
Okay, what are we doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
120?
Look at what he's been doing. He went for 165. Look, let me show you this too. Let's look at what.
It's against
Jonathan
the
Taylor's
Raiders.
going
That's
for.
crazy. You're putting that bet down as a Raiders fan.
Why? I don't think with my biases. I mean, he was smashing
think
it
with
down
my
the stretch
biases.
last year.
I'm
I guess he doesn't have a head-to-head recently.
trying to
But
think. Who do we like?
okay, we'll push him to 100.
What's Ted's at? I think 100's doable.
We could do something with like Malik Washington.
Like,
Ted's
I'm trying
at-
to avoid
really
like
these
the
two
hype,
Ted.
like the hype names right now. Weirdly.
Yeah, I was just thinking Malik, like his lines will be really low. So if we bump him a little bit, we can get a nice payout. Like 32.5 receiving yards. Like we bump that to like 45, 50 yards. Like that's
I feel
super
like
doable, and that's
45
a
is
nice
fine.
payout. Do you want to do that? Let's do 45.
Because I'm trying to think like 45 for him. Like, do I see other receivers doing that? Not really. Like,
We've been shouting Nico all week. Let's put our money where our mouth is.
some Nico.
What do you think's better to like extend this longest reception one? Like assuming he just catches a bomb, or
Nico kind of is a bomb guy,
Mhm.
TBH, and Christian
100
Kirk is
yards
more
for
the under
Nico's
guy.
1.5. Let's look at Nico's stuff. So Nico, what happens if we outline this to? I did not mean to do that. 100. So he went over that mark in 5 games last season, gone over it once so far this year. And then if we look at like longest reception over instead,
You want to bet on Scatabo at all? I just said I want to avoid hype players. It's probably picked the most hyped up player this week.
I think this longest reception line is a little better.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Let's go maybe even just, we'll do the 34.5. This gets us
That was
a
a bunch
really
of
nice
boosted
payout
lines,
for
huh?
these 4.
Aggressive slip, this is. Let's put it that way. We are really making aggressive takes here. Jalen Warren plus Keon plus Juwan for Tyler Warren. 3-1 PPR. I kind of feel like you're just shooting yourself in the foot a little bit here. I like buying Tyler Warren. Probably tight end 1 to 4 rest of season. I mean, you kind of are just throwing junk at him if you consider Jalen Warren not a horse bell cow back, which I kind of think he might be. I think we kind of just saw them show that with Kenneth Walker and how they used him and how they're not using Caleb Johnson. Juwan Johnson is, I mean, he's playing good. He's probably going to be like a tight end 10 this year. You know, I would probably more aggressively say tight end 8. But I don't really love that trade for you.
All right.
But you do have a bunch of depth, so what do you think? Just get the premium tight end? Cut some of the fat off your team? I don't know. I feel like you're selling low on all of them. Like, I feel like you're selling low on Warren and Keon and Juwan. Like, I feel like you're just selling all 3 of them at a discount.
I don't know. I like getting Tyler Warren.
I do too on the team. I just probably get something else like
because his
tacked
team
on
can
to him.
afford it.
I would probably just send a counter and try to add something next to Tyler Warren, like
I mean,
I don't know,
I don't
another
care
tight
about
end.
getting off Keon or Keon. Not Keon.
I don't
Running
hate
back,
getting off Keon.
I'm
Jalen,
fine
I
getting
just feel
off
like
Warren
is
because he has
more valuable.
depth.
I just would try to get a handcuff or something. I'd just say another
I would do
counter.
that trade. Oh, sorry.
I feel like
didn't
he's not
realize
getting
I was still
enough
sharing.
back.
So this is the final slip we locked in on Underdog. I flexed this, and we still get a 20x, and you get a 5x for.
Yeah, just do it then, Patrick. I don't hate it then. I like getting the premium guys. Felt like you were selling a little low on your players.
If anyone wants to tail that slip we just cooked up, links in the chat.
That's a very interesting question, C. Fahey, because I'm not doing Chase Brown, not entertaining it.
Woody Marks for me.
Or Jake Ferguson.
Oh,
That's like, yeah, I was like,
I didn't see Ferguson there. Probably
Mhm.
Ferguson then.
so I would low key,
Ferguson's
yeah.
been smashing. I like
he's
Marks
meaty,
though a
but it
lot
just takes
too.
one game. Like you can easily see him just drop 8 this week, and then Woody Marks is on your bench with 16, or Jerry Judy is good with Dylan Gabriel, or whatever narrative you want to feed in. I didn't want to bet on the Browns this week. It's just too uncertain. Too many new players. It's almost like week 1 for them again.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly is a good spot. A lot of arbitrage to be had, if you will. I just don't want to be on the wrong side of it.
Adrian, who is a wide receiver stash in waivers that's not Slayton. Malik Washington. There's
go on
not
waivers
too
right
many
now.
wide receiver stashes that I feel like super crazy about. I mean, Torrey Horton's worth a look. If he's available. I feel better about some of like the deeper running back stashes than the wide receivers. I think
Maybe Jalen Hyatt.
if I don't feel great about Hyatt, flex Woody over BTJ PPR. Who the Jags play again this week?
The Jags.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I got you. Looking at the schedule now and trying to find them. The Chiefs. Chiefs do play a lot of man-to-man. BTJ could get free. But that's a tough one, man, because I really like
we're
Woody's
low
match.
on the Ravens defense, are we not?
Yeah,
Are we
we're
not
so
saying
low.
that's a blow up
so low.
spot for the Texans? Lamar out.
Yeah.
Texans have something to prove. It could be a blow up spot for CJ Stroud and the whole offense.
Yeah, let's go Woody. Woody's probably safer, as weird as that sounds.
I think it's a
But
lot more
BTJ,
probable that BTJ gives you 9 points instead of 20.
that's true. I think Woody can get you around like 12 to 15 relatively easily this week. Especially if he gets pass game work. All right. Wrap up underdog. We're about to get out of here, but if you guys have any last questions, fire them off real quick. We'll try to get to them all before we go. I got a hard
Probably
out.
could have gotten a little more ASD.
5-10 minutes,
But I think Jacobs is due for a big rest of season. I think the volume's definitely there and he's on a good offense. I just think Waddle is going to explode in value after this week.
yeah, I don't really love selling Waddle right now, but I think getting Jacobs is fine. Like Jacobs is still the best asset in that deal. Yeah. If you guys haven't already, make sure to like the stream, drop a subscribe on the channel. We'll appreciate it. We go live a couple times a week, just talking ball, answering questions. Also have a free Discord that you guys should join. Send all my picks. We just have a chat where we're talking ball all the time. Make sure to join. Have that link in the description.
Someone just dropped Bryce Young. Do we still prefer Sam Darnold? I think they're close. If you have anyone to stack with Bryce Young, I'd just pick up Bryce Young. Might as well to make the consolidated bet.
I prefer Darnold, to be honest.
Yeah. I can see that argument.
Seems like questions are kind of wrapping up. Thanks for everyone who hopped in the stream today. If you got any other start sit questions over the weekend, join the Discord and DM us or ask in the chat. I'll be around in the court all weekend. Won't be streaming though until next week. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll be streaming again next week. We'll have some takeaways from the games over the weekend and probably do some picks for Monday Night Football. So we'll probably go live next month.
Oh, you know what, Adrian Peterson? You know what a sneaky stash receiver is? I don't know if Darnell Mooney's out this week, but Casey Washington, week 1, had 6 targets, 3 receptions when he was and when they were kind of shaky. So that could be your secret stash this week. Casey Washington. Trey Dobbins and Devontae Smith or Quentin Johnston. I actually kind of like it.
I love that. I love QJ. Oh, you already did that. Yeah, that was a good move. Okay. All right. That's going to wrap it up. Thanks again for hopping in, everyone. We'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck this weekend.
See ya. Jade.